How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we are not working on a car, we're not working on a bike, but we are working on something motorized. In this video we have a very special guest. His name is Keegan. This is Audrey's little brother. Keegan, why don't you slide on over here? Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself yet again?
Hi, I'm Keegan, and I'm Audrey's little brother.
Now behind us, what's behind us here, Keegan?
This is my ATV.
And how did you get this ATV? You're only 11 years old, and this is a pretty cool little thing.
Well, I've been mowing for a while, so, yeah, all that money I've got, I pretty much took it and spent it on this. It only cost me $100, so, I mean, better than nothing.
So yeah, behind us we have this ATV that Keegan spent $100 for, $100 of lawn mowing money for. Now, there are a few issues with it, and we're gonna fix those issues today. We're gonna restore it, and we're gonna make it awesome. Keegan, you wanna talk through what issues this ATV has from our knowledge?
Well, beginning, it was a broken fuel line, so we patched that up, and then the carburetor was leaking, so we took all the bad gas out of it. We scraped it with a screwdriver real well, and we soaked it in seafoam for about 2 weeks. And then we realized it needed a new battery. We got a new battery, it's fully charged now, and now it just won't start.
So yeah, there's something wrong. It doesn't start, it does crank, and we did get it to fire for a split second the other day, but we have to get it running, we have to make it pretty, and then we have to do some cool upgrades to it. So without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started. First things first, we're gonna strip off the body panels and get this little engine running. By the way, we have no idea how many cc's it is. We know it's carbureted, we know it's a single cylinder. It does have a manual, I think it's a 4-speed, which is pretty cool. You're gonna have to learn how to use a clutch, and it's got some good suspension and stuff, but let's just dive right into it. We're just gonna have some fun. So as you guys can tell, the body panels are off. Fortunately, the previous owner attacked this poor ATV with a spray paint can. I guess they were trying to make it look cool, so they chopped the rear fenders off, and they spray painted everything, and they didn't tape anything. They painted the coilovers and like the actual strut rod. They painted the body paint, like they didn't tape off anything, they just sprayed the entire thing gloss black. Thankfully, in the places where the gloss black went on, it actually went on well. But as you can tell, you know, the parts of the frame that were hidden by the body panels aren't black. You know, the top of the engine that was hidden isn't black, but the bottom is. I mean, they literally just painted everything. A couple more cool things about this. All the wiring works. I guess we mentioned that kind of. The lights, the suspension, the steering, the brakes, everything works, clutch works. We just gotta get this engine running, and then we'll clean everything up. So as Keegan mentioned, they did take apart the carburetor and they cleaned it. So we think the carburetor is good, but the intake little pipe that leads to the carburetor, that attaches the carburetor to the engine, it's not tight and there's no gasket in there. What I'm assuming is that when we're cranking it, instead of sucking the fuely air from the carburetor, it's just sucking air in those cracks and thus not getting fuel into the engine. So we're gonna try to take that apart, put some gaskets on there, replace the spark plug, make sure that's working. Hopefully that does the trick. So we did get it to fire. So we know it's got compression and it does have spark, but we might as well replace the spark plug. But we know the engine's good. So it seems like we're having an issue with spark, which is weird because they tested and they had spark. The ignition coil has 12 volts. I don't know, it's a single pin coil, which is weird. I don't know, a lot of things are confusing to me because it's just so simple and different. So I gotta figure it out. Unfortunately, it looks like the coil pack and whatever controls the ignition system is bad. So we bought a new one of those on eBay. While we wait, we're gonna start working on some other stuff. Yeah, baby. Let's do it again. I want to hear this again. Okay. Heck yeah, man. As you guys could tell there, we got the parts. It was just a bad electrical part. That fixed it. It runs, so we're gonna put the new carburetor on, hook it all up, and hopefully we can drive it. In gear, it was in reverse when we started it. I guess the neutral lockout switch isn't working. Thankfully, I put the clutch in and I put it in neutral, and I didn't die. That could have been bad. It's also idling really high, so I think we have to adjust the carb a little bit. Oh gosh. Turn key on, choke. That's much better. Yeah. Keegan's got to learn how to drive stick well. He's getting it though. He's only stalled it a couple times. He's only bounced off the limiter once. I'll make that twice. Oh man, he's going fast. He's probably going too fast there.
Well, yesterday's test run went very well, but a few things went wrong, including the steering. The fan, we need a new fan because it doesn't work. And I learned how to do the driving, and yeah.
So yeah, the end links on the steering are all shot and the alignment was kind of off. So when you started going fast, if you turned at all, the ATV just shot towards that direction, and that was kind of sketchy. So we're gonna fabricate some new tie rod arms because I couldn't find replacement tie rods. And then we will align it. Before we're doing that, we are going to drift stitch the body back together, and then we are going to splatter paint it. So let's do that, shall we?
Yeah.
custom tie rod, whatever you want to call them. The steering links are in. I gave it an eyeball alignment. I'm gonna go ahead and test drive it and then adjust the alignment as necessary. And then we have a bunch of people here who want to try driving it, probably.
I'm scared.
Keegan's gonna get to drive it after me though, as long as it's safe.
In the next video, we're gonna go ahead and give the ATV a custom alignment, fully assemble it, add more customization stuff, LED lights, underglow, more performance parts, and then we are going to rip it. I'm talking off-roading, drifting, wheelies. Keegan has a blast, I have a blast, all my friends have a blast. It's a blast. Of course, that video is live right now on Patreon, so if you wanna see it, head over to Patreon, support the channel. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, and goodbye.